Namaste guys, Ashish here, and today we are going to review Passion 660. It's a phone from Phicomm which is new to India. It's a Chinese OEM, and this phone is aimed towards budget segment, and it comes with a very decent hardware to attract a lot of consumers. Right now it's priced at Rs 10,999. The Passion 660 competes against the likes of some popular phones in the segment like the Xiaomi's Mi4i and the Lenovo's K3 Note. So how good is the Passion 660? Do we have a new budget segment king? Check out our review to find out. Design, build and display. Most budget Android phones nowadays look very similar to each other with boring rounded corners. But the Passion 660 comes as a breath of fresh air in this area. The phone is block shaped and is only 110 grams heavy. It features a mid-frame made of magnesium aluminum alloy, which makes the device less prone to damages in case of accidental drops and bumps. The rear of the phone is plastic with non-removable panels. On the side, you have a removable tray for SIM and SD card. It can hold either two SIMs or one SIM and one SD card combination. You cannot use two SIM cards and a micro SD card slot at the same time. The buttons on the side are made of metal and they deliver decent tactile feedback. The 13 megapixel camera along with dual LED flash and the speakers are located in the rear of the handset. It houses two microphones to enable active noise cancellation using Qualcomm proprietary voice technology for unmatched speed clarity even in noisy stuff environments. Keeping the price point in mind, Passion 660 delivers a great screen quality. You have a 5-inch screen with Full HD, that's 1080p resolution with a 441 ppi. Thanks to its high pixel density, the display is sharp with clear text, icons and colors. It is also protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 3 and seems less prone to fingerprints. Camera. Passion 660 comes with a 13 megapixel rear camera, which is pretty decent for day-to-day usage. The photos came out pretty decent in a broad daylight, but it's not a great performer when it comes to low light. Also, the 5 megapixel front camera is decent for taking selfies in daylight, but struggles to capture anything meaningful in low light or even in the medium light. When taking picture, there is no shot to shot lag, or after you click the shutter button and the picture is shot. However, one thing which I personally did not like is when the camera decides to switch focus even when you have manually focused something else. The camera automatically switches focus to the center of the screen despite me manually setting the focus to a different part of the screen. This essentially makes the camera on the phone useless for clicking pictures in macro modes. When the light turns out to be moderate or low light, the video comes out really blurry. Even the flash doesn't compensate much. You can download the original samples of pictures from the description below and decide for yourself. Performance. This is the strongest MSP of the device. I never came across any lags, crashes or any other kind of problem. The Snapdragon 615 octa-core processor and 2GB RAM provide the Passion 660 with enough power to run even the most demanding games like the Asphalt 8 Airborne and the Marvel's Champions very smoothly. This is further helped by the Phicomm's UI, which is very light and resource friendly. That brings us to the biggest problem with the version of the OS it's running. It's KitKat, Android 4.4. While the stable and the speedy performance of the device is also due to KitKat, there is no denying that the jump between KitKat to Lollipop is too big to ignore. At this point, KitKat is more than 1.5 years old, and Phicomm really has no excuse to ship with such an old OS. Now let's talk about the Chrome performance on the Passion 660. I tried out a couple of sites, including the Verge in a desktop version to test, and it was smooth and shutter-free on the handset. Storage. After the initial setup, you get around 13GB out of 16GB of internal storage, which is good enough for consumers in long term. The inclusion of a microSD card does mean that you can move big apps and games to the memory card easily. Battery life. The phone houses a 2300 mAh battery, which for its specs is pretty disappointing. Overall, Passion 660 struggles to deliver a day of battery life. During my 1 week with the phone, with a single SIM card on 3G and Wi-Fi combination, the phone lasted for 10 to 12 hours with an average of 2 hours screen on time. Call quality, audio and music experience. I had great experience on all these fronts. I did not encounter any problem with GPS, network and other related things. The cellular reception was just fine and the phone did not exhibit any strange behavior in areas with poor network signal. The audio and music experience was also pretty decent both for local music playback and online streaming. Verdict: Phicomm 660 delivers on all the major fronts: decent build quality, display, camera, and performance. But there are two downsides of the phone. First is the battery, which is very poor, and second is KitKat, which at this point is an outdated OS. Another important thing to consider is that you should know that Phicomm is a new player in the segment and not much is known about its after sales service, which is an important aspect to be considered when buying a phone. So guys, that was our review of Passion 660 Phicomm. It's a pretty decent phone with a couple of drawbacks which I've already listed. So thanks for watching the video, and if you did like the video, do subscribe to our channel, and the like button is right below for you to share it with your friends. So guys, thanks again and keep coming with your questions.